The upper part is circular in nature. Let's see, the radius of the upper part is small r and the radius of the lower part is capital R. The distance between their center is called the height of the frustum, and the distance is called the slant height of the frustum. Now we can find the relationship between these four variables. Now from this point we drop the perpendicular to the capital R. Let's say we drop the perpendicular, so this length is equals to h, and this is 90 degree, and so this is equals to r, so that this length should be equals to small r, so that this length we get is equals to capital R minus small r. Now by applying the Pythagoras theorem in this part, in this right angle triangle ABC, we get L square is equals to h square plus capital R minus small r the whole square. This we get by applying the Pythagoras theorem in triangle ABC. That is, L square is equals to h square plus r minus r the whole square. As we know that the frustum we get by cutting a plane which is parallel to the base of a cone. So first we take a cone, let's say the radius of the cone is capital R and the height of the cone is, let's say, capital H. Now we are cutting the cone by a plane which is parallel to the base. Let's say this is the plane by which we are cutting this cone. So we are assuming that the radius of this part is small r and the height, this we are assuming that it is h, small h. Let's name this point as A, B and C, and let's say point is D and this point as E. Now the length dB is denoted by small h, that is the height of the frustum, and let's say the distance EC, that is the slant height for the frustum part, denoted by small l, and the distance AC, that is the slant height for the cone, is denoted by capital L. Now as we seen that the plane is parallel to the base, we can say that DE is parallel to BC. The line DE is parallel to BC. Therefore the angle D is equals to angle B, because these two lines are parallel, these two are the corresponding angles. Same way angle E is equals to angle C, again the corresponding angles. So we can say that the triangle ADE and ABC are similar by angle-angle property. Triangle ADE is similar to triangle ABC. So the length of AD is, we can get as H, capital H minus small h. The length of AE we can get as capital L minus small l. Now applying as we know that these two triangles are similar, we can say that the ratio of their corresponding sides are equal. That is, AD upon AB is equals to DE upon BC is equals to AE upon AC. Now putting the values, the value of AD is capital H minus small h. The value of AB is H, DE is small r, and BC is capital R. The value of AE is capital L minus small l, and the value of AC is capital L. Now, by solving these, we get capital H is equals to capital R upon small r, capital R minus small r into H. And while solving these two, we get capital L is equals to capital R upon capital R minus small r into small l. Now, we can find the volume of the frustum by subtracting the upper cone volume from the whole cone. By subtracting the volume of the upper cone from the whole cone. The volume of the whole cone is 1 upon 3 pi capital R square capital H, and the volume of the upper cone is 1 upon 3 pi R square. That is the height of the upper cone is capital H minus small h. So by taking 1 upon 3 pi common, we are getting R square capital H minus small r square capital H minus small h. Now, putting the values as in the frustum, we know the values of small r, small h, capital R and small l. So we try to convert the capital H in the form of small h. So 1 upon 3 pi for capital H, as we know that the capital H is equals to capital R upon capital R minus small r into H. Putting this value here, we getting R square. The value of H is R upon capital R minus small r into H minus R square. Again, for capital H, we are putting R upon capital R minus small r minus into H minus small h. Now we getting as 1 upon 3 pi. Again we taking h common from whole part. We getting r cube h upon capital R minus small r minus r cube upon capital R minus small r. Already we have taken h outside, so now from these two we taking capital R minus small r common LCM, so we are getting r cube minus small r cube. As we know the formula of a cube minus b cube, by expanding that formula we getting a minus b into a square plus b square plus ab. So these two terms are same, we can cancel out. So the formula of the volume of the frustum is 1 upon 3 pi h bracket r square plus small r square into capital R into small r. This is the volume of the frustum of a. In the same way, we can derive the formula for the curved surface area of a frustum. So the curved surface area of a frustum can be found as curved surface area of the whole cone minus the curved surface area of the upper cone. The curved surface area of the upper whole cone is pi capital R capital L. The upper portion is pi small r, and the length of the slant height is capital L minus small l. Now again we know the values of in frustum capital R, small r, and small l and small h. So we have tried to replace the value of capital L here. So instead of capital L we put pi r. The value of capital L can be written as, we already know that capital L can be written as capital R minus small r into small l minus pi r. Again here the value of capital R can be written as r upon r minus r into small l minus l. From these two parts we get pi r l common, pi l common, we are getting r into r, that is r square upon capital R minus small r minus, we have already taken pi common now and we have taken l as also common, so we get capital R minus capital R into small r upon r minus r. Now minus r multiplied with minus 1, we getting plus r upon capital R we are getting only capital small r. Now pi l, now taking the LCM, capital R minus small r, here it is r square minus small r capital R. Now here it is 1, so r is multiplied by capital R minus small r, we are getting small r into capital R minus small r square. So these two terms are cancelled, we are getting pi l capital R square minus small r square upon capital R minus small r. So by applying the formula of a square minus b square, we getting capital R plus small r into capital R minus small r upon capital R minus small r. As these two terms are same, we can cancel out, so we are getting the formula as pi l capital R plus small r. Now we move to the next formula for the frustum, is the total surface area. Total surface area can be found as by adding the top area plus bottom area. We already found the value of the curved surface area is pi l capital R plus small r. The top surface having radius small r, so its area is pi small r square, and the bottom surface having radius capital R, so its area is pi capital R square. Now by taking pi common, we are getting L into R plus L into small r plus small r square plus capital R square. This is the formula for the total surface area of a frustum. Now we move to the problem related to frustum.